Beal Early Childhood Center Building Committee meeting of December 13th. Tonight on the agenda, the first item we have is the approval of our minutes from April 26, 2022. Are there any changes or corrections?
Madam Chair, if I may, being this is our last meeting, I think when we take the motion, we should designate either the school committee or the select board to approve the meeting minutes from this meeting to close the loop on that.
Okay.
So that's what we normally do.
So when we finish the
Yeah,
project?
so we
Okay.
don't have to keep meeting to approve minutes to,
Okay.
keep a cycle going, so, yeah. So if I'd
Anybody
be
has
happy to make a motion.
Make a motion? Sure, go ahead.
I make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes of April 26th and further authorize the select board to approve the meeting minutes this evening as it's anticipated to be our last building committee meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Any further discussion or debate? Nope. There being none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda, we have our project financial documentation review. So we have Bill, you have a agenda item in front of you, the bill and warrant items. And we can do them together. We don't have to go through each one. It's warrant 2296, warrant 22102, warrant 2306, warrant 2314, warrant 2322, warrant 2334, and warrant 2340. Are there any questions or comments on these? There being none, may I have a motion that we accept the bill schedules and warrants from April 2022 to December 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion or debate? There being none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, next, under new business, we will review and act to ratify the final budget revision request for the Massachusetts School Building Authority, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Mizikar.
So this is the last formal item that the building committee needs to take action on. I was hoping that Walter would be able to help explain the document itself, and then I can pick it up from there.
Yep, not a problem. So I think we've done a few budget revision requests. It's really an internal process for the MSBA that the town needs to do. It just moves money between buckets. This last one is actually specifically for the MSBA's process. It concludes the process of the change orders. So on this project, we had $361,480 worth of change orders out of the construction contingency. What we're doing is taking that out of that line item, moving it up into the budget for the MSBA to see, and then they will be reimbursing on that final piece as part of their final audit. So really all this is to get them the ability in their system to pay their final payment. I can go into further detail on that unless you want to wait for that.
I think that's okay at this point. I just wanted to note to the building committee that due to our desire to promptly close the project out and not have it extend into the summer months, that Dr. Sawyer, myself, and Chair of the School Committee, Lindsay Heffernan, have signed the document, so we're looking for the committee's ratification of those signatures.
I guess I'll just add to that all the paperwork was due to the MSBA in advance of, let me see, January 13th, 2023. So PMA has that in with the MSBA. They notify back to us around February 24th for the target board date of April 26th. In that time frame, the only thing we're going to be doing is they're going to send over a draft final audit report. PMA will do our cursory review of it. Because we were in such a good place with this project and we were always under the budget, we actually never hit the 95%, so no money ever got held from the MSBA. Maybe the first time, but I don't think so. So the only piece of that final audit that should be on there should be the reimbursement for the for this BRR for the final change order piece. So there's a little bit of time to go before we get that check. So that April 26th would be the last board date. It would get ratified by the MSBA. Final check payment would follow that.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? There being none, do we have to vote tonight to ratify on that? Okay. So may I have a motion that the Beal Early Childhood Center Building Committee act to ratify the final budget revision request for the Massachusetts School Building Authority?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion or debate? There being none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. And where this is our last meeting, and we have everyone here, I don't know if there's anything further that anybody would like to say on the project. I know this has probably been one of the best projects I've seen in this community. It's a beautiful building. We were just talking about it earlier. Anybody new coming still, they're amazed by this building, and it was done so well with the help of everybody sitting here. So if anybody has any comments they'd like to make?
Thank you guys for letting us be a part of it. It was a great job, great team. I'm just very happy with the way everything happened.
Great, thank you. Ms. Crockett, anything?
Yes, this is really, for me personally, a career event in this particular project. Our firm has had the pleasure of working in this community for a long time. We'll leave it at that at this point. And every project we try to improve from the last one, and you always have set the bar really high for us and made it just a pleasure to be a part of the community. So we're extremely grateful. As an architect, you get to see the product, you get to see something, and to have a legacy product that will be there, I hope, for generations to come, is extremely redeeming. And on top of it, to work with a committee like this is fantastic. I will note as well that these financials are amazing, and especially when you consider that the project was done during COVID and all of the pressures that we had, schedule and budget-wise. More credit probably goes to the team members on either side of me in that regard, so kudos to you guys. And it was a fantastic team to be a part of.
Absolutely. I want to echo what Frank and Katie said. And on behalf of PMA, that's our third job in the town that I've been a part of. And all three have been really wonderful, and to cap it off with this one has been great.
Thank you.
Fritz, if I could, Dr. Sawyer was unable to make it this evening due to a conflict, but
Right.
I just wanted to convey some thoughts that he wanted to express at the meeting, and that is that from his point of view, this was a tremendously successful project due to the work of many. And I deeply appreciate all of your efforts, project team. The process of building a new Beal School will certainly be a highlight of my career. It was a privilege to work with all of you to make it a reality. Our students, staff, and the Shrewsbury community will enjoy the benefits of this amazing school building for decades to come. So that's on behalf of Dr. Sawyer. And I would just add that certainly from a design standpoint, really appreciate all of the work that you did up front to help design a building. And Katie and your team take into consideration all the operational aspects of elementary school and all the unique features that are there, and some of the unique historical features that were carried over from the original school that still remain in the main hallway, which is really great. And certainly the construction management from PMA and the budget management, I mean, this project was millions of dollars under budget, and had, as you mentioned earlier, very few change orders, which is just remarkable. And certainly from Fontaine Brothers, just the construction again during COVID, and working with us as partners to make sure that even when the building was opened and the punch list item needed to be completed, that it was done in a way to minimize the impact on students and the educational programs. So we really appreciate all of your efforts. It was a fabulous team, so thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else, any comments?
Go ahead, Chris.
I'll let you finish up.
Thanks.
But I think the reason why there's such success here is because it's a really great balance of vision and professional vision, and being willing to listen and reflect on what the community wanted and shape shift over time to really reflect that. And then just another side piece, a few years back, this was new to me, and not knowing what like the CM at risk process really brings. And I think that may have shown really clearly during COVID, where every group that was brought in was just so professional, and the work that they did was just outstanding. So thank you all. It was really a really fun project to work on.
Mr. Miskar.
Thank you. My first, memories back on this project, I was still in my initiation period, I think, Bob, because I was in my temporary office. And you came in and you told me, we're going to petition the MSBA to forget about going through a heavy process. We want PMA and we want LPAA, and we're going to move forward because this is our team. And I was like, I don't really understand that, how, we should go through the process. And you were convinced, and now I am more than convinced that, why we've done that, because it's such a great team and produce an amazing product. It's amazing how long these projects take, right? I've been here for 5.5 years and, got to see most of this project, but not all of it, right? The community's been planning for even longer than that. But you couldn't ask for a better outcome, whether it's financially or the construction, the design, the oversight of the project. No bumps along the way. Special thanks to Keith for doing all the work that he did, on behalf of the town side of things, and making sure that we would be ready to properly manage the building and ensure that it would work out the best for the whole community. So. Thank you all for this gift that you've given the community, and it will really serve us well.
Thank you. And I want to thank Bob particularly, because I know you've shepherded this community through a lot of these, and you have that wisdom and background. And it was a great collaboration with the school department, with the town, getting this all done in such a great way. And I remember way in the beginning going to the MSBA when we were looking to pick the architect, and we had that was my first time ever going, and what is this going to be like? And we knew who we wanted, and I think it just worked out so well for this community. And as Mr. Collins said, this is under budget, which is amazing. I have a niece who's an architect, and she does work on some of these school projects, and I would brag about our what we did, and she just couldn't even get over how well this project had gone. I think it's the collaboration of everyone. So thank you very much. This is a great project, and it does seem like it's been a long time, but it seems like it went pretty fast, too. Yeah, definitely. Anybody have anything else before we adjourn? Thank you. Okay, may I have a motion, if there's no other business before us, that we adjourn for the evening?
So moved?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. Good night. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we might have beat a Jim Kane record.